Hey guys, Urban Bushman here. So much has been going on since I've started doing bushcraft as a hobby. I've always been a woodsman, always fished and hunted, um, but I never really had a kit or gear. Um, and there's a lot of things I don't know, but I've made a lot of strides towards putting together a kit, um, getting out, enjoying the outdoors. I just, my wife and I went out yesterday for 5.5, 6 hours. Had a great time, made some coffee, did some whittling. Uh, gonna catch you up on some of the stuff we took out with us. Some of my regular stuff that I really like. Some new stuff that I got, and I'll share my opinions on that gear. Uh, it is my opinion. It's not to say that the gear is bad, but some gear won't work for all gear won't work for everybody. So stick around. I'll be back in just a minute. All right, I'm back. Um, First thing I want to give a shout out to all you guys putting out videos. It People don't understand what a deliberate act it is to go out and share your life, share your experiences on film for the entire world. Went out, like I said, went out yesterday for 5.5 hours with my wife, and I'm a get in, get my hands dirty kind of guy, and I forgot to set the camera up. Didn't take any pictures, didn't didn't make any footage, but so is life. So hats off to everybody out there making good videos. So stick around. All right, guys, thanks for sticking around. Let's go over some of the kit that I took out yesterday. Some kit you've seen from previous videos. Some stuff is new. Oh, boy, that's a terrible shot. All right, guys. First part of the kit. This is my homemade haversack made out of some type of faux leather product. Fairly hard enough to sew, but got plenty of paracord for the handle if I need it. Got, well, you can't really see, but it'll hold almost a 5-gallon bucket. It's a good size haversack. Worked out great yesterday. Yesterday was the first day I got to take it in the woods. Worked out great. I am a smoker, and I roll my own smokes. Homemade rolled cigarettes don't carry worth crap in the woods. And taking the rolling machine and tobacco and tubes, and it's just not worth it. So I like to smoke a pipe. So while I was out there, picked up a nice piece of maple. Now, I know a lot of negative Nancy's out there, and safety Sallies aren't going to like people smoking. Too bad. This is my absolute favorite tool in the entire world. I picked this up for $3 at a yard sale 15 years ago. Came with steel pipe on it. Is the best kindling manufacturing tool I've ever used. Now, since getting into bushcraft, I learned how to sharpen it, love it. Now I can make feather sticks. I can do anything with this that anybody can with a big knife. I don't like the steel handle. It's hard to hold on to, especially right now in Pennsylvania. It's the first of March. It's cold. You got to wear gloves. The electrical tape handle, just, it's hard to control, but it is a very wonderful piece of equipment. Just needs a handle. Like I said, dirt cheap, $3 yard sale find. Love it. Found a nice piece of maple, and I know that all you traditionalists out there are going to say, you gotta have hickory for a handle. Maple grows readily around here. For a hatchet, I feel the maple has a fairly straight grain, tight grain. I'm not felling 40-foot oak trees with it. I'm splitting firewood, making feather sticks, and doing some woodland with it, and enjoying the tool. This will cut the weight down on that tool considerably. Also yesterday, as we know, for a base camp situation, if you're going to be out there for a while, and I'm going to be out there 2 or 3 times a week, every weekend if I can, you need a maul. Believe it or not, I dreamt about this piece of wood and walked out in the woods yesterday, and in 15 minutes, I found it. Now you say, what's special about this piece of wood? There's 1, 2, 3, 4 knots in the last 5 inches of this maul. This thing, even though it's maple, is going to take a beating. It's going to last a long time. It's tough as nails. So I will post a video. I just roughed this in because I didn't feel like carrying 10 pounds of firewood out with me yesterday on my back. A lot of people have seen the introductory video with my 5-gallon bucket pack on a Roycroft frame, but I didn't go into detail about it. There are some significant functions. I was able to pick up these cargo straps. The orange ones I had, but I was able to pick up 2 really cheap. I don't know what they're called. They're not a ratchet strap. They're more like a cam. $1 for 2 of them at an auction. Dirt cheap. Get it out in the woods. Sewed it a little bit. Sewed the orange strap on here. Put a loop on it, on the end of it. Hooks right on the leg of my bottom leg of the Roycroft frame. Pull it over your shoulder, cinch it down. It's like the world should make stuff. And if I ever put enough weight in that bucket to break that strap, it's probably going to break my legs first. The nice thing I like about the Roycroft frame, the A-pillars are specifically designed on this pack to be longer than my trenching tool and as long as my 30-inch camp axe, boy's axe, wood's axe, whatever you want to call it. This shovel here, again, bought it in a whole pile at an auction. Bought, I don't know, 10, 15 shovels, sledgehammers, junk. $3. Mucho gracias, mucho cheap. Now this particular shovel had a 30-inch bit on it, but only 4.5 inches wide. Don't know what it was for, but I cut it down, made a small shovel out of it. I have to sharpen the edges, the blades, a little bit better. It did stumble yesterday Yesterday was the first day that I took it out in the woods. It got the job done. It dug the hole for the fire pit, and it worked. But it could be a little bit sharper, cut through the roots a little better. But with the assistance of two simple bungee balls, this thing straps to the leg of the pack frame, doesn't move. Thing only weighs about, I don't know, 8 ounces, maybe a pound. I chose to go this route because I'm a big guy and I'm hard on stuff. So instead of having a 3-inch spine on the shovel, this one has a full 10-inch spine for putting some real huff behind it and digging. Now, I did shorten the handle down. I do like the D handle. I can get a hold of it. Works great. Now, this is my go-to saw. Got this at an auction. Might even have been in the lot with the shovel. Don't know. This thing cuts so good. Greenwood, deadwood, cuts it all the same. It cuts so good that it's actually fun cutting firewood by hand. Cutting any wood is fun with this saw. I love it. One thing I don't like about it, there's no guard on the blade. And it doesn't, when it's in my bucket, it sticks up. I do have a lid for that bucket, and that's designed so that when I get to the campsite or the river when I'm fishing, I break that bucket loose, plop down on it, instant chair. No bushcrafting. I'm out there to catch fish. I want to do a little bushcrafting, but come on, I'll make chairs later. That's the only problem I don't have, is I'm having a hard time with the mechanics in my head to get a cover made for this and get it attached to the frame so that I can peel it off when I get to the woods. But that, I do love that tool, right up there with my hatchet. But everybody I see on YouTube, they got a folding saw. And I know there's as many different folding saws in this world as there are kidney beans. So I don't have money to go out and buy tools that I'm not familiar with. Just don't have it. I picked this one up. This is a Harbor Freight special. It was $4.99 plus tax. Has a really nice hardened steel tooth. Look like it has a really good set on the teeth. I do like it. Not only does it lock open, but it locks closed. This won't come, I can throw this in my haversack. It won't come open. You have to push the button, unlock the blade. Now, I put this to the test. I didn't care for a folding saw. It does not cut as fast as that bow saw. They're probably not designed to compete head to head like that. It will get the job done. It cut fine. It just was foreign to me. Now, I did let my wife have a shot at the saws, and she has no handsaw experience at all. I've been a carpenter for 25 years. I've used handsaws since I was 10 years old. She actually, the folding saw performed better for her. She did say that the bow saw cut faster for her, but it bound up easier and it cut a little crooked. She was able to cut straighter with just a little bit more effort with this saw. But she did like the folding saw. So whether that's across the board with silky saws and more expensive gear, I don't know. but that's my opinion. I will keep processing. I will figure out a way to make that saw safe. I will make an attachment so it does just strap to the bag, and gets the job done. Another little, now I'm really going to get into Safety Sally here. I'm going to put her panties in a wad. My coffee cup, just a leftover soup can. Now I know everybody says, you know, they're covered with plastic on the inside. You can't heat them up or it releases those PVAs or whatever there are. But if I'm just going out for 3 or 4 hours, just want to go harvest handle making material, pipe making material, just get away from the hustle and bustle from the daily grind, I'm taking a quart of coffee left over from the morning from breakfast, and all I'm doing is heating it up. Never getting it above 130 degrees. I don't believe that that I'm in danger. I took an extra bucket handle. Matter of fact, I think it's the one off of this bucket. And just bend it around. Works really good. You just bend it open a little bit. Point these away from the fire. They never get hot. This cup sat on the edge of the fire yesterday for 2.5 hours while I putzed with my woodworking projects, right up till the time my wife knocked it over and spilt my coffee. Great day. Spent 25 minutes chasing a cell phone and another wasted cup of coffee. Now, I was able to go out and pick up some pieces for a kit. Traditional looking pieces. I'm always going to either make it or I'm going to buy it as cheap as I possibly can. I found something yesterday at my local Walmart I just had to have. I absolutely loved it. Especially if my wife's going to be coming out with us. We both drink coffee. We got plans in the works to make a mortise and pestle to grind some fresh coffee beans right there fireside and make a couple cups of coffee. So, as you know, the backbone, the backbone's a Roycraft frame, but it's everybody I saw, David Canterbury, Dan Colcracker, everybody, they kept referring to their favorite style packs as bucket packs because they're just a tube. Well, and that's what the inspiration was, just to use a Roycraft frame and a bucket. I have a waterproof bucket. Once I get the saw figured out, I have a lid, so all my gear will stay dry. It's an extra container if I need to carry water. It's a seat when I need to sit my tail down. But, you know, it is nice to have compartments to stick different things in. So, voila. Bucket caddy. Plenty of pockets. Fits over the bucket. Strapped to the pack. I don't know what all is going to fit in here. I'm sure some, you know, fire starting materials. I like some stuff. I like most of my stuff to be around my neck. In the summertime, I don't wear much laundry because I get warm quick. So, pick that up. I was helping a lady move out of her apartment, and the bucket and the caddy were going in the dumpster. absolutely free. Great price, loving life. Now, I know everybody's going to have their opinions about their knives. I would prefer to make my own knife. And I made a decent specimen. I don't have a forge yet. I just made it out of a saw blade. Figured the steel would be hard enough to hold an edge. It was not. It got straight razor sharp with a mirror finish on the blade. But the first time I used it for anything besides shaving hair off my arms and cutting cordage, the edge rolled over on it. It's typical with a soft edge. All I gotta do is heat it up, quench it, resharpen it. She'll be good to go. And I was watching David Canterbury had a bare bones dirt cheap forge. I'll come back in just a second. I'm gonna move so we get a little better picture. We're getting kind of dark. All right, we got moved around, got the light where we want it. We look pretty good. As I was saying, David Canterbury had a down and dirty forge, just a piece of black pipe, a cap, drill some holes, dig a hole, put it in the bottom, put some coal on it. Bag of coal in this area right now is $10. Hence this. It's not a Companion, it's not a Mora, it's not a Gerber. It is a Temulus titanium stainless steel with $10.03 at Walmart. It is shaving sharp right out of the box. Was very, very pleased with that. Has a very distinct micro grind on it, so it'll be easy to sharpen. Has a hollow grind. I wasn't sure if I was going to like the hollow grind or not. And naturally, you know, for a ferro rod, I knew I was going to need a 90-degree spine. So I figured, you know, a $10 knife, I was going to have to put that on it. Well, right out of the package, this baby has a 90-degree spine. It is stainless steel, but I haven't yet put it against a ferro rod, but it should work. So I used it a little bit today to cut some leather, and worked wonderfully. Single stroke, cut through that leather product. Out of the bag. My camp kit, my cook kit. It's a 32 ounce stainless steel pot. Got a flip over bail, locks into place. Has a snap fit lid with siphoning ports and 2 plastic coffee cups. Everything nests into place as long as you want to heat up 32 ounces of crap. Great, should be great for cooking, making some cowboy coffee. But if I'm just going out for the day, Safety Sally, here you go. Stainless steel, wire bell handles, beautiful 16-ounce cup. Great in the hand, feels really nice. $5. Probably the most expensive non-insulated coffee cup I've ever bought. But this thing nests right on the bottom of that cook pot. How well does it nest? It nested on here so well. My wife went through the checkout line, scanned the barcode on the bottom, did not realize they were two separate things. I had to go back today and pay for this. So, right now, all starting from scratch. The axe, the hatchet, the shovel, the saw, the cook kit, we're at $50. So, over the course of a few months, kids, save your allowance, couple bucks a week, pick it up slow and steady. Anything you can make, recycle, upcycle, trade in. So, thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video. We laid down some longer video today. Hopefully, I'll remember to get some footage in the woods and not in the office. And we'll go over gear. And for those out there that notice the bias, that this is typically a male sport, hobby, whatever it is. My wife went yesterday. My wife's getting into it. She's learning. We're going to make her a backpack. She's sneaking through in the background there. She's caught on tape, going to be on the old interwebs. So, we're going to get her out. I got a young son. We're going to raise him right. Till later, have a good time. Be in the woods.